Hello, everybody. This is Bennyhillz back with another Supreme Vintage Cube draft. And no power, unfortunately, but some sweet options. I think Emery is really good. It's just like there's so many mocks, and it's unreal with Black Lotus, and then just good in general too. Commit Memory is reasonable. It's decent interaction, and then draw sevens are. I mean, they're not always good, but they can be quite strong. And then there's Tendrils. The white cards are not great, and I just think red isn't great in general. I guess there is natural order. So if there was like if we could go like natural order plus Llanowar elves or something, I might go with that. But if that's the only green card, I don't really want to just take that. And then like I mean, also even if there was just like a ponder or something, ponder natural order is a decent start. But none of these cards, none of the non-green cards pair well with natural order here. I mean, you could natural order for Niv, but that's not the best line. Yeah, this pack is honestly really bad. I kind of think I do like going with Tendrils, and then do we want Wishclaw Talisman or Emery? Talisman is okay. This is close. Honestly, we could actually go Tendrils Relic. No, I think I'll go with Tendrils Emery. That seems good. There's the Rafellos to pair with the natural order we just passed, but I think we just take a brain freeze. I mean, we don't have like in general. I don't think, or in normal vintage cube, you do not want to lead with win conditions. But in this format, I actually think that is a lot better. Like it's harder to find win conditions just because fewer packs are opened. And if you're in Storm, you're hoping that like if anyone opens up one of these things, you get it. But here, that's not the case. So if we can just get two great win conditions to start, that's pretty nice. So I think we'll go with that. And then I'm just going to pick up a Verdant Catacombs and hope to find an Underground Sea down the road. Okay, there's a Tinker, which is pretty strong. There's some Signets. Windswept Heath isn't really great. I think we should go Tinker Urza here. We don't need, even though we do have these two Storm cards, we're not committed to Storm. And we could just end up with like a powerful artifact stack, and Tinker and Urza are both very strong and that sort of thing. Okay, nice. Got a Mox Jet. And then Fractured Identity, Creeping Tar Pit. That's a good Tinker target. Spell Pierce, Mind's Desire. I think I'm just going to go with Mind's Desire, Mox Jet here. This could set up to be a really strong Storm deck. Well, I think we definitely want the Underground Sea. And then there's a Seagate Stormcaller, which isn't really good with the things we have. I think I'm just going to go with the second Urza and the Underground Sea. Yeah, that seems good. We do need to pick up some more artifacts. I would love to get some Mox in. All right, another on-color Mox. That's great. And Soul Ring, sure. Dak is great. There's the Crater Hoof if we were doing the green thing. Lotus Petal and Dimir Signet are okay. Cryptic is good, but I think these two are just not very hard here. These are just great for us. There is a Leovold, but Leovold isn't really what we want. Do we want another Mind's Desire? It's getting a little deep, but Mind's Desire is really good with other Mind's Desires. You can Mind's Desire into Mind's Desire and then cast all the other spells and then play another Mind's Desire that's huge. So I think we will go with that. And then Hangerback Walker just clogs up the board a little bit, and it's good to sacrifice. We could also just take a Wormcoil Engine as a Tinker target. There is Upheaval. Actually, Upheaval is interesting. Maybe we do want this because we can go Upheaval and then recast our Moxen, and that's a nice way to get some Storm. Yeah, I actually think that seems pretty good. Okay, Narset. There's a Sunring Titan to get with the Tinker, but I think I would rather just go Narset plus Mana Vault here. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, Miscalculation, Mindslaver, Thieving Skydiver. It is really good to Mindslaver with Upheaval, and that is a Tinker target. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with these two. I do like Miscalc, but that sort of card is worse in a Storm deck because it puts both players lower on resources, and when you're playing Storm, you want both players to be high on resources. If this was a Remand, I think I would go Remand Thieving Skydiver, but here I think I'd rather take these two. Ooh, Mana Drain is great. And then just another Tinker. That seems like what we should do here. I mean, Tinker for Mindslaver isn't the most broken thing, but I think it's still good enough. Don't really think we're going to be doing 1,000-Year Storm. I mean, Ulamog, you can Mind's Desire into Ulamog, which is nice, but I think we're pretty set on win conditions, so I'll just take these two. A third Tinker, jeez. And then a Counterspell, Dismember, Looter. I think I'm just going to go for the Tinker, I guess. At this point, with 3 Tinkers, I'm just going to take a really good Tinker target over pretty much anything. Time Walk, that is excellent. And then there is a draw 7, but it's not the best draw 7. I think we should go Vampiric Tutor plus Time Walk. Yeah, that seems pretty good here. Probe is very nice. And then, not much other than that. I mean, I guess we could just play Click just as like a nice interactive piece. Yeah, that seems fine. I think that's better. I guess we could also take Fire Ice. Actually, I think I might like that a little bit more now that I think about it. Yeah, I think I'll take that. It's card draw, which is good. Okay, well, Ponder, Thieving Skydiver, and Tolarian Academy are all pretty nice. We don't actually have a ton of cheap artifacts for the Academy at this point. I honestly think I'm just going to go with these two. Academy is good, but we don't really have the enablers for that. And Ponder's great, and Thieving Skydiver is also quite strong. Ooh, Black Lotus, that's a big pickup. And then do we want this Sphinx? We do have triple Tinker, but it's not really a good Storm card per se, but I think it's still the pick. I mean, Spell Pierce and Treasure Cruise are both solid, but I think this is really good in a lot of matchups, and I think it's worth going for here. Okay, Literal Core is pretty bad. Commit Memory seems solid. I think we take that. And then don't really need Golos. Don't really have the creatures for Fallen Shinobi, although it is really good. Actually, maybe we do take this. It's great with the Thieving Skydivers. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to take the Shinobi here. Ooh, well, there's some somewhat tempting things, but definitely just taking double Mox here. That's beautiful. And another Mox. And a Hull Breacher. I think that's just going to round out the deck. Cryptic Command is fine. This deck is interesting. We have a lot of cards that have the keyword Storm, but not a lot of the cards you really want to be playing with Storm. So we might actually cut a lot of that because we don't have like draw 7s, which is really something that you need if you're going to be storming off pretty hard. So we have a lot of cuts to make. I guess we just cut this. So, we might just cut the Tinkers, honestly. Or maybe, if we could just cut this and all the Tinkers, I think that might actually be a bit better. I do really wish we had the Tolarian Academy. We got a lot of late Moxen. Do we even play this Tendrils? We have 3 Mox Jets and Black Lotus, so that's a lot of ways to cast it. We could, Emery Mindslaver is a lock. That you can take infinite turns that way. I do think Shinobi is worth it. The double Urza I like. I think I like the Mind's Desires. Maybe we cut Upheaval. It's a real bummer that we don't have any draw 7s other than this one Commit Memory. Maybe we just cut that because it's just a little bit low impact. And then we have a ton of Moxen. So 12 is a little bit light on the lands, but I think when you have this many Moxen, it's okay. I'm just going to go 1 Swamp. So that's 11 blue sources. Actually, I'm going to go... Oh, no, I do want to have 1 Swamp so Verdant has more things to fetch. Are we actually going to be able to Storm? I don't really know if we are. But I think it's okay. Because also, a non-lethal Tendrils or Brain Freeze can still be pretty good here. Yeah, I think we're going to run it like this. It's just it's weird. I sort of wish we had... I mean, if we had 2 draw 7s, then this would be a really good deck. But I think we'll run it like this and see how it goes. I'm excited to see how it plays out. And then there will be a lot of matchups where we side in the Tinker package and the Sphinx. I mean, certainly against anything aggressive. Also, just against anything that's a little bit more slow and interactive where we don't need to be as fast. We can just bring that in. They'll cut their... Or actually, they might not even really cut their creature removal because of Shinobi and stuff. But We'll see. This is a weird deck. It almost became really, really good, and instead it's just pretty good, I think. So we'll see. Excited to see how it plays out. See you in round one. All right, here we are for round one against Big Oof. And this hand is amazing. Very, very good. We can almost turn one. So we keep. I actually wish I had upheaval to like return all these things, but this is fine. So we can go turn one, commit, and then turn two memory. That seems really strong. This hand would be significantly better on the play. If we were on the play, they'd just go like land, mox, or whatever, turn one, end of turn, commit your mox, and then untap and just win. Now they will have some time to do some mean things. So we can probe also to make sure they don't have like a hull breacher or like anything that would really mess us up. And then we will have the chance of redrawing the Lotus because it'll get shuffled into the memory, so that is nice. I really wish this was just a time twister. We could just go turn one, like dump all of this stuff. We could even play Black Lotus and not crack it. All right, opponent waited quite a while there, but they're back now after a little over 2 minutes. Basic Forest, interesting. Hopefully they don't have a 1 mana Excel. Oh. What do you have? Oh, nothing. Okay. That's really good for us. Island is actually a decent draw. Since we're sort of hoping to just play commit or memory next turn, then we can play our land before we draw 7 new cards. I'll just have the forest, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, I forgot we should have probed before any of this. Doesn't matter, but we still should. Spellseeker Ulamog. Well, oh no, wait. Ulamog is so good against Brain Freeze. Wait a second. We could just turn one, Brain Freeze them for 7. That's definitely not worth. Oh, they mulliganed so low. I didn't focus on that. Well, Brain Freeze is going to be a tough win condition if they have that card. So that's unfortunate. But it is what it is. I think we'll just try and win with Tendrils here. We'll see if they go for the Spellseeker. I sort of hope they. I mean, either way, we're going to get rid of their Black Lotus. I guess I do hope they do it. We could. If they crack their Black Lotus, we'll just put their Spellseeker back into their library. And like, it's a little awkward to draw them 7 new cards when their hand does nothing. But our hand also does nothing, and we have all this mana. Ooh, they crack it for green. Oh, they might go Spellseeker for Channel. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're definitely going to commit this. So we're going to need to side out Brain Freeze in this matchup. If we had a Relic, you can crack Relic in response to this trigger to mess up, to like win with Brain Freeze despite these Eldrazi, but unfortunately we do not have the Relic. We passed one. Narset. All right, Island. I'm just going to crack this immediately. We might draw them into Channel Ulamog, which is a little awkward, but it is what it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could not crack the Lotus, but I think I want to crack the Lotus because I want to draw. I want to redraw it. I guess we can do it like this. Leave 1 blue mana floating. Oh my gosh, that was such a brick. Ponder. I wish we had black mana for this vamp. Okay, those are some good hits. So we can keep those. We're not playing any of them this turn, unfortunately, but that's such a bummer. Drawing 4 lands there. We're only playing 12 lands. This is a low land count deck, even by my Supreme standards. Although, with how it turned out, I wish we just didn't crack the Lotus. We are representing a counterspells, and okay, just playing is that Signet. That's definitely fine. So we draw the Urza, cast the Urza. So you'll play a Swamp, cast Urza. Cast Narset. Time Walk. Oh, we're so close. I mean, we're taking the Time Walk. If we could cast it this turn, we would just win. But we're 1 mana short. So we pass back, and now next turn we can go Shinobi plus Time Walk, and that will definitely end the game. We're holding up Vampiric Tutor as well. Yeah, I mean, we could... Yeah, no, there's nothing really to vamp for, so we just need to hope that they don't go Channel Emrakul or something here. Although we could almost beat Channel Emrakul. Sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll have... Yeah, I mean, there's actually a world where we could beat that, but... As it is, I think we're just going to be going for Fallen Shinobi with Time Walk, and that should be enough, unless they... I mean, yeah, they can't even counter that. Ooh, Lotus. Okay, so we'll use Narset. Hit Mind's Desire. That's interesting. So, we're going to attack with both. Or no, attack with... I think I'm going to cast... Time Walk. And then we're going to Shinobi the Urza, so we're going to lose the Urza, like not have the Urza in play anymore. And see what we hit. Oh my gosh, wait, I just clicked through that. That was so stupid. That was bad. Well, gotta play with that now. So, cast this. Play land. Oh, I'm not playing very well right now. I should have used Mind's Desire, or should have held land for push Mind's Desire. I guess we spin. Wait, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I'm just gonna. Let's see. What are we getting with Vampiric Tutor if we do that? Come on, like what is even how? What is that? So we could vamp for mine or for Mindslaver maybe. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is just hardcast Fallen Shinobi and play Vampiric Tutor for Mindslaver. Yeah, that seems good. Mindslaver and cast Fallen Shinobi. So again, we should have just Shinobi the Urza, and I mean, I think we'll win this game either way, but we definitely should have won from that. So we'll pass, untap, draw the Mindslaver, attack with everything. All right, we might just get an Eldrazi from them. Oh, Karn, sure. I mean, yeah, we screwed up like this game in multiple different ways, but still have. I mean, we can win very easily. Play land. Oh, I didn't even need to play that land. We're just gonna. Actually, we're not even going for Mindslaver. Or for Mind's Desire. We're just gonna play the Slaver. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cast Mindslaver. All right, sweet. So a little bit messy, but we won pretty handily there. Our opponent didn't really do anything. So I don't think we want the Sphinx here. I actually think Upheaval could be good. Um, Maybe we just cut Brain Freeze, bring in Upheaval. Yeah, I think that seems like a good plan. We'll run it like that. All right, here we are for game 2, and this hand is excellent. It's not as broken as the last hand, but it's still very strong. We can go turn 2, either an Narset or Thieving Skydiver, and then we can vamp for Commit Memory and try and Commit Memory Narset. It is very annoying that we don't have any other draw 7s. I don't think we passed any the whole draft. But we'll see how this goes. My guess is we'll just be Thieving Skydiver on turn 2, and then Vamp can just get a Time Walk maybe. We'll see. We will be keeping. Don't turn 1 channel me, bro. You know, we actually could just Vamp for Fallen Shinobi, potentially. Especially if we already get value out of Thieving Skydiver, and then we can get more value out of it again. Okay, so if we draw Mox, we'll just steal their Mox. Otherwise, we'll have to wait 1 more turn. Imagine if we had Hymn to Torok here. It's not a card I see cast in this format very often, but it would be really good. Probe. Okay, so I'll do that for life. Spell Pierce. Okay. I would much rather that be Spell Pierce than our Mox here. So yeah, again, we have the option of Vamp here. I guess we could just Vamp for Shinobi and then just so that we're set up. Like we're planning on using all of our mana the next 2 turns. So, although actually no, if we steal their Mox, we'll have enough mana to. Yeah, I think we're gonna hold off because if we can just Vamp in our upkeep and then still have enough mana for Shinobi. Oh. Okay, this could be bad. They have 6 mana. We're representing like a miscalc or something like that. But I don't know if they're. Wow, just green black. Interesting. What is this? I'm very scared. 4 mana, 5 mana. Bribery? Bribery would be okay. I mean, I guess they could get Shinobi. Actually, yeah, that would be bad. I hope they don't have Bribery. I don't know what I want it to be, though. I guess, I mean, Izzet Signet is fine. Do they have a Time Twister? They cracked the Lotus, so they're going to play. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Good hand for us. Man, if we had 1 more mana, we could Hull Breach. Or if we had blue, we could Counterspell. Man, this is a little dicey. They have a lot of stuff going on over there. Please just stop playing things, opponent. This is turn 2. No need for all this stuff. Okay, Hull Breacher is going to shut down that Ancestral pretty well. I think we're just going to go for a Thieving Skydiver here. Although I guess we'll probe first and see what we see. We might need to hold up Counterspell, unfortunately. All right, sure. That's a weird line. We can steal their Izzet Signet. I am going to play this in case they play another draw 7. I think we're just going to steal this Mox Sapphire, though. So, cast this with Kicker. Take 1 of your Moxen. Sort of funny that they had 2 Mox Sapphires and we had 2 Mox Jets. This game, so much of this game has been jockeying for the mana advantage here. Right now we have, or if they play a land, we'll both have access to 5 mana, but we have 3 Moxen, which is nice. And then on our next turn, we can go Thieving Skydiver plus hold up Counterspell / Hull Breacher if we draw another land. Noble Herrick. Okay, don't care too much about that. I mean, it can pressure Narset, but it's not too much of a concern. All right, land was a nice draw. So we can cast this, and then we could just play Narset, but I think I would prefer to just hold up Counterspell Hullbreacher. They did not tap this, which was a mistake. It doesn't actually matter here, but they still should have. These Skydivers are actually a reasonable clock. If they crack this fetch, then yep, now it's a 4-turn clock. And then with Hullbreacher, we actually kill in almost 2 turns. I think this is at 2 right now. Yeah. We have 2 layers of defense against it, or really 3, but we're probably going to be using the counterspell on something else. Opponent plays Spellseeker. Do we care about that? I don't think so. We can just counter whatever they get with that if we need to. If they're going for channel, they go for channel. It's a really interesting choice if we want to counter the channel or counter whatever they're channeling into, because paying a lot of life could actually be very relevant. If they go literal channel into Emrakul, they go down to 1 life. And because of the Exalted from Noble Hierarch, it would be a lethal attacker. But we could block with the Skydiver and sack a bunch of these Moxen. Oh, they just get Demonic Tutor. They can't even cast that. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, they can cast it, I guess. Sure. But we're still just going to let this resolve and kind of whatever they search up, I think. If we didn't have the Hullbreacher, that would be one thing, because I'd like to use mana efficiently. Then we could like untap and go Narset or whatever. But it's actually more mana efficient to not counter their card here. Now we need to decide if we're willing to trade Hullbreacher with Spellseeker plus Duraga Tree Speaker. I think the answer is no. We'll see if they level up the Tree Speaker or play the Tutor. Probably should level up the Tree Speaker. Yeah, makes sense. Because that means it's the same amount of mana next turn, and now they can just have a little bit more time to think about the Demonic Tutor decision. So we'll play our Hullbreacher. I guess attacking with Hullbreacher does take away 2 mana, which is somewhat significant. Ooh. Okay, I am going to attack with everything here. If they trade these off, they trade these off, and that's not the end of the world. If they take it, then that actually is really bad for them, because then this will be a lethal attacker next turn, and they'll have to chump it, or trade, but they'll just be 3 life lower, which is quite relevant when their life total is this low. Our opponent is going really slow. We've used 6 minutes, and they've used 13. They could also just chump with the Spellseeker if they don't want to take the damage, but they do want to leave the Duraga Tree Speaker around. Okay, that is great. I'll cast Narset. We even have up Force of Will, or Counterspell in case they have a Force. Opponent really cannot draw extra cards right now. Mana Drain, Vamp. I mean, we just win, right? Well, we can... Yeah, we'll take the Vamp. And then Time Walk, and then Vamp for that Shinobi. All right, sweet. So pretty dominant start. I'm not sure if this deck is actually good or if that was just like a good round. Like, it's sort of weird. Like, we haven't really been Storm, and so maybe we should just cut some of these Storm cards. But I think that they actually have a lot of potential. Like, again, you don't need to Tendrils them for 10 to win. Just like Tendrils for, with like 4 copies can be a huge life swing. And if you're beating down with Thieving Skydivers, that can be enough. And then sometimes we can win. Just like with 2 Mind's Desires, we can just go like a couple mocks, like, I don't know, maybe like a Ponder or a Probe, and then Mind's Desire for 4. Hit Mind's Desire, and then you're pretty much good to go. Okay, this hand is good. Vampiric Tutor is looking a little awkward. I guess we could get like a Black Lotus, but I think we're probably not going to get anything on turn 1. And we're just going to use Time Walk as an Explorer to get to Hull Breacher on turn 2. Mana Vault. All right. Oh, they only have 3 cards in hand. So they mulliganed. We'll lead on the Vamp in case, or on the Underground Sea so we can Vamp if we want to. This Verdant Catacombs only has 1 target left, which is 1 swamp. So that's something to be aware of. Another option is we could Vamp for Thieving Sky. Oh, they're tapping their Mana Crypt. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. Okay. Okay, now we can go Vamp for Black Lotus and Mines. Okay, so let's see. They didn't play a land. That's hilarious. So if we could Vamp now, but we could also Vamp in our upkeep for the extra storm if we have the mana. So if we go upkeep Vamp, search for Black Lotus, play land, Mox, Mana Vault, Black Lotus, then we would have more than enough mana for the Mind's Desire. And I think that would be worth it to go for here. So I am going to wait until the upkeep. I think the extra storm is worth more than the extra mana. That probably looks pretty weird from their perspective. They may have a force. If they force this, that's fine. I mean, we can't. I guess if they force the Black Lotus, it's worse. But we're still just going to go for it here. Yeah, we'll go for this. So I'm going to go Island to play around Daze, and then this. And then if they do counter the Black Lotus, we can just play Narset. Okay. So cast this. Cast this. And then Mind's Desire for 5. Oh no. Okay, Urza's good. Jeez. Okay, that was pretty bad. We only have 12 lands in our deck. That's actually really... Oh, can we kick this? Do we want to steal their Mana Vault? I think we do. So X is currently 1. I mean, the Mana Vault will hurt them, but I think it pumps up our construct. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Then we'll have 2 Mana Vaults. But that's all right. So we'll pass back. Jeez, Friends Prodigy, that's so bad. Okay, not going to untap. I wish we had a Tolarian Academy. We're taking 2 every turn, but that's fine. We're going to win that race. So we could spin Urza or just play... No, I think we just want to play Narset. I mean, they can Jace on our turn still, so it doesn't shut down that, but I think it's just going to be good in general. And then Time Walk would certainly be the best card for us to hit by a wide margin. Yes, all right. So cast that, and then hit for 7. All right, sweet. Very dominant performance there. So they mulled to 5, then had the Time Twister, but then somehow didn't hit a land in their 7 cards. Then we Mind's Desired into 4 lands out of our 12 land deck, but the last hits were enough. Do we want to make any changes? We know they're playing Time Twister. Mindslaver should be pretty good here, I think. I think we're just going to run this back. Yeah, we'll just do this. Ice is like medium interaction, but it's pretty bad. I mean, it's actually really good against Mana Vault. That's definitely an argument. If we saw 2 mana vaults, I would definitely want to bring in Fire Ice, but I think this seems pretty good. I guess we could have also cut a land on the draw, maybe, but 11 is pretty low. All right, I'll keep this. We can go turn 1 Emery, and then hopefully hit like a Mox or something, and then have turn 2 Counterspell or Hull Breacher. Mana Vault, all right. Narset, that's another good one. Really, really do hope we mill over at least one artifact with this Emery, though. It would be so nice if we could hit a Black Lotus. We could force this. They mulliganed again. If they forced, they would be down to 2 cards. Actually, they might, yeah, if they forced and then had Time Twister, that would be annoying. All right, let's go Black Lotus. Mind Slayer, well, I mean, that's an infinite combo, but we're ways away from it. We also milled over our only 2 of our 3 black sources. So that's a bit awkward, but we don't really have that many black cards. I think we're just going to attack for 1. And then pass, holding up Hull Breacher / Counterspell. Don't really want to just jam a Narset here. Shinobi would be a great draw. Okay, they do nothing. We'll just cast this. Okay, now we're beating down for 4. Ooh, okay, that is good. So attack for 4. Hull Breacher, we will counterspell that. Force of Negation. Okay. So we'll see. I mean, they could eat the Emery or trade Hull Breachers. They go for eating the Emery. All right. I'm just going to take an extra turn now. The Emery wasn't really doing that much there. Brain Freeze. Well, that's pretty bad. I think I do want to trade off Hull Breachers here, so I'm going to attack. I hope they block, and then we can play Narset. They don't block. Okay. Do we play Narset anyways and just not minus? No, I think I'm just going to pass. Interesting that they want us to both have a Hull Breacher rather than neither of us having a Hull Breacher. I don't really agree with that line. I think I am going to cast a Narset now. I realize it's like not that different than last turn, so maybe, but like, they don't have a draw 7 or like an answer to this Hull Breacher. Mana Drain, Mana Vault. I think we just take the Mana Drain. I am not going to play the Mox Check because we might want to save it for Mind's Desire. So they can just kill this Narset, but that's fine. Second Hull Breacher. Okay. That's a little bit annoying. Now if we trade off Hull Breachers, that's sort of bad, actually. I think we just play an island and pass, and I will block. If they attack, I'll block. And then they know about the Mana Drain, though, so they're not going to just play into that. Now the holding pattern is us taking 3 a turn instead of us trading 3 damage a turn, which is a lot worse. Black Lotus. Okay, now can we just kill them? We can go Black Lotus, Mox Jet, Mind's Desire, Brain Freeze. That'd be Storm of 3 for the Mind's Desire. I think we're going to wait a little bit longer. There's just no rush while we have this Mana Drain in hand. I mean, if they go Time Twister with Counterspell backup, then we'll just lose, probably. Although, we could still maybe win off the back of Brain Freeze. Alright. I'm fine putting more lands into play. We could also hit Tendrils, and we only need the Tendrils for 5. So if we draw like one more... Oh, they did not attack there. That was certainly just a misclick. Second Mind's Desire. That's actually really bad. Because that was something we really wanted to hit off of our Mind's Desire, and we're not really Actually, I guess it's possible we could get to a world where we cast 2 in one turn, and then we would definitely just win. If like one Mind's Desire hits like a Mox or something. Right now we have access to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. So we're actually... I think we'll just go for it next turn, and we can almost do it no matter what, because we'll hit at least one land off the first Mind's Desire. And then that enables the second one, which will give us plenty of Storm for Brain Freeze. Although, actually, we wouldn't have mana for to cast the Brain Freeze. Jace. I'm not going to go for the mana drain because we might need that. Probe. That's a great draw. So I'm going to... Oh, wait. No, it's not. We can't. Well, it actually just adds one Storm. So even though it'll give them another whole Breacher value, I'm still going to do it. They're going to think we're just being bad here, but it's actually part of the plan. They do have a Counterspell and a Mind Twist. Jeez. So we need to make sure we can still use our mana drain. So cast this. Cast this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mind's Desire for 4. We have not played land yet. Okay, hit some mana there. So I'm going to ponder to look at the top 3 cards, which does nothing, but just for the Storm. Don't really want those, actually, but it won't matter. Then we play land, play Mox Sapphire. We're not going to kick this because they can just tap or sacrifice any of those if we do them. And we're going for the kill this turn. So Storm is at 7 now, so we could probably just win with a Brain Freeze. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. That's so close to being able to play Mind's Desire plus Brain Freeze. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I mean, yeah, with the Storm of 8, we're so likely to hit a Tendrils. Wait, okay, quick deck, let's check. So we've played 3 Moxen and 1 Black Lotus. What other artifact mana do we have? So we have 1 Mox Jet, we have a Soul Ring, and a Mana Vault. Okay, we have a decent number, so we have 5 Moxen, Mana Vault, Soul Ring, and then the 1 Black Lotus that we know is gone. So we have 2 Moxen to hit, and if we hit either one, that enables Brain Freeze. So yeah, I think we do just go for this. And they're pretty unlikely to counter our Mana Vault or something if we play that. Or is it... Okay, that does it too. I forgot about that. Commit Memory. Oh, now that's Installation against their Counterspell. So I think it's deterministic at this point. I mean, they could still have an Eldrazi Titan. So that's something that they could potentially win with. Fallen Shinobi. Well, looks like we're not going to hit the Tendrils. We'll play Urza. Which gives us mana. Play the Mox. Play Soul Ring. I'm not just going for the Brain Freeze now because, again, they might have an Emrakul or something like that. Cast the Shinobi. We could even spin the Urza looking for the... No, that can't be right. So I'm gonna go for it now. So we will tap this for blue, and then tap this and try to Brain Freeze them. It's way more than lethal if they don't have anything snazzy. Double Mind's Desire is pretty nice. Definitely combos well with itself. I heard a story about one time someone was playing with 4 Mind's Desires in a deck, and they were just like desperate. They only had like 1 card or whatever. Mind's Desire, hit Mind's Desire. And so then you have 1 for 2, and then that hit like another spell, and then another Mind's Desire, which is now for 4. And you can sort of storm off just with 1 Mind's Desire. But this sort of weird hybrid storm deck with 3 Tinkers in the sideboard is now 2-0-4-0. So hopefully we can finish that strong and get that trophy. See you there. All right, here we are for the finals against Tallinn. Hopefully they don't play Thalia. This I'm gonna keep it. It's dicey, but we're only playing 12 lands, so we're not that likely to draw more lands. And turn 2 kicked Thieving Skydiver, Sealing a Mox is really strong. If I was playing like a 16 land deck, then I actually think I would ship this probably. I mean, I guess we do have a lot of Moxen we could draw into, but Moxen are still decent because they enable Mind's Desire. And if we do end up, I mean, turn 2, we have 3 mana, then we steal one of their sources, that's 4. So we could potentially play Mind's Desire. Like if we draw a Mox or 2, we could play Mind's Desire pretty early with a Storm Count of like 4. I really hope they play a Mox. Yes. All right. Ooh, that's interesting. So we could potentially Shinobi or get Shinobi with this. Unfortunately, we don't have enough black mana to play it as well. They didn't tap this. That was another slight misplay. So we could also just get Black Lotus and then play Mind's Desire for 3, but I think that's not worth it here. We could also just get a counterspell. Ancestral. Well, that's pretty good. We could even get just another Thieving Skydiver. Maybe I'll do that, actually. Or Urza. Lots of decent options. Narset, too. I think I'm going to go with Narset. I think that makes the most sense here. Jeez, stop doing stuff, opponent. Yeah, they look like a deck that would play Time Spiral or Time Twister, so shutting that down seems good. We could also get a Hull Breacher, but I think Narset's better in this circumstance. Yeah, Time Walk doesn't really do much. If we could play Shinobi this turn, I would do that, but we cannot, alas. Mind's Desire? All right, we'll definitely just take the Time Walk. Man, they're already down to 24 cards. Oh my gosh, they have so much mana. Jeez. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay. Well, that's actually not that good. Bouncing Thieving Skydiver doesn't do anything, and Brainstorm is actively terrible. Yeah, I guess they can just Fate Seal, but that's not that impressive. They put it on the bottom. That's nice. We can leave this popped out for now. So untap and draw. Wait, did they? Oh, they did put a card on the bottom. Okay. Well, we will Narset again. Ponder. Okay. I mean, we could take Black Lotus, but I think I would rather just Ponder here. Urza. That is excellent. I mean, I don't really want more Urzas, but that's fine. Now we can Urza into Time Walk. So we should be able to kill this Jace. I think that's better than just going at them. And now we're going to draw a second Urza, which is fine. I mean, it makes another construct. We probably should have just drawn the Mana Crypt here. I think that was a slight misplay. Because now I think we're just going to spin the Urza wheel. Probe, okay. Tezzeret and a backup Jace. That's not too scary. That does not do too much here. I guess we just go land and then kill the Jace and hit them for some damage. Then they can play another Jace, but we can just kill that Jace. I mean, they could bounce our construct, but that's not too threatening. Yeah, we definitely wanted to draw Mana Crypt here. I mean, yeah, we just shuffled it away. So we would have just had a Mana Crypt in play instead of an Urza in hand, which would have been better, but I still think we're in good shape. Play Island, play Tezzeret. See if they, I mean, they could just go search up a Course of Portal. Or actually, no, Course of Portal doesn't even do anything. Just untapping to play Jace. I mean, that does mean we can't really kill both of their Planeswalkers. Unless... Oh, yeah, if they... Oh, they're bouncing the construct. Okay. So... We can kill the Jace, and then they'll just have the Tezzeret. They can ultimate Tezzeret to hit us for a lot of damage, actually. Commit. That's a good draw. So, do we have enough mana to do everything we want to? We cannot play... We can't spin Urza and use commit, so we'll just go at the Jace with the Thieving Skydiver and the Tezzeret with the Urza. And then cast a second Urza and keep the untapped one just to get the construct. And then we can tap and then we still have commit up. And that should end the game. We can commit something and then untap and use memory to draw a bunch of cards and they don't draw anything. Yeah, that seems very strong. They have a lot of mana, but commit can get around anything. For 0. Interesting. I wonder if they have Black Lotus. Yep, they do. Alright, well, they just have like a million mana. I think we're just going to commit their Mox Diamond. Or probably just Black Lotus, actually. And then just draw 7. Because we can kill the Tezzeret either way. So we'll just play our land first. And then just do this. Okay, so we can either kill their Tezzeret or a Thieving Skydiver to steal something. I guess we'll start with a Probe. It's probably better to just kill the Tezzeret, though. I did sort of... they drew a Jace. That's actually a reasonable last draw. Oh, we can almost just Tendrils them. But we will attack their Tezzeret and kill it. Hit them for 1. In one more card, they can use the Shelldock. And then we just have Counterspell up. And that should be just game, I think. This Verdant Catacombs has no targets, but that does not matter. Free Retain, come on, man. I mean, that's fair, but it's fair that they just didn't think about it, but that will not go how they want. They scry 2, put 1 on top, 1 on bottom, and then play Jace. I'm not going to counter that. I mean, they can bounce our construct, but I don't think that matters. All right. So now we can... They do have the access to Shelldock, so we need to hold up Counterspell for that. Oh, that was a misplay, play the land, but it does not matter. So we kill the Jace and go at them, and then Shinobi the Urza, and then we can get another construct. Sure, chart. Cast this. Oh, I think we just go for a Tendrils here, actually. Yeah, we can just kill them, I think. So, cast this. Cast this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have counterspell up if we do this, but that's fine. I mean, this should just kill them. All right, sweet. 1-0 in the finals. This it's pretty rare to get a 6-0 in this format because your opponent can just do such busted things, but we're within reach of that. Upheaval is definitely bad. They have a ton of Moxen. This is really bad against Jace. We could bring in Fire Ice. What would we cut that? I think against all their Planeswalkers, Mindslaver seems pretty good. Hull Breacher and Narset are just always good. Yeah, the Thieving Skydivers are definitely great. We'll just run this back. Beautiful hand. We can play either turn 1 Urza or turn 1 Narset. The Brain Freeze looks a little bit out of place, but that's fine. Turn 1 Jace, okay. I think we just go for Urza here. Yeah, we're just going to play Urza. It's not the best Urza here. I wish we had one. If we had a Mox, we could also hold up Mana Drain, which would be really good. But I think this seems okay. Glenn, sure. That's actually pretty annoying. So I am just going to play the Narset. They can attack it, but we'll still get some value out of it. And then hopefully we can find something to protect it. Yeah, Glenn is actually a big problem, though. We're probably going to lose this game, unless we can find a Shinobi or something like that. There's a Time Walk. I mean, I guess we'll take it. They'll counter it, but it's fine. Ugin, wow. That's really good to know about. It's pretty bad against us. We're not playing to the board that much, and a lot of what we do play to the board is in the form of colorless things, but so they hit our Glen. Best draw here would be Shinobi, probably. Although, I guess we couldn't actually do it this turn. Bummer. Well, we'll go land, Time Walk. They Glen it, makes sense. Now they have exactly enough to kill our Narset, which is too bad. I guess we'll just attack. Oh, no. We need to leave our construct to have Mana Drain available, which will also get countered, but we need to fight through this Glen eventually, no matter what. Huh. I'm surprised they discarded Charter Course. That seems really good here. Shelldock Isle, okay. I mean, we're getting to the point where we can just start spinning Urza every turn. And that seems pretty good. Jeez, they have so many Mox Rubies. A second Glen? Ooh. That's very bad. That's good, though. I think I'm just going to cast or use Urza here. I don't think holding up Mana Drain does that much. All right, pass the turn. So we're taking 3 per turn, and they'll flip their Jace. So we're way behind, and like we can like basically not resolve non-creature spells anymore. Man, double Glen is very bad for us. But if they can't deal with this Urza, then maybe we can just hit things like enough things that they have to counter with Glens. Are you kidding me? Okay, so now they actually just have a really fast clock too. We need to draw Thieving Skydivers to trade off with the Glens and also develop our mana. Emery is a good one. So I'll spin the Urza. Thieving Skydiver is a great one. So I'll play land, play this with Kicker. Snag a Mox Ruby. And then I'm just going to tap the Urza for Emery. or tap the construct for Emery, and now we can just replay Black Lotus every turn, and that can really fuel our Urza. Ooh, we milled over some really good cards. That sucks. Just pass. So we will trade off our Thieving Skydiver with one of their Glens. Although I guess they could also just shrink our Thieving Skydiver with their Jace if they want to. Academy. I mean, they only have one card. They are going to get to Shelldock next turn. But Emery, Black Lotus, Urza might be able to outpace their triple Glen. Okay, they're just attacking. If I can have the opportunity to trade off with the Thieving Skydiver, I certainly will. I think I'm just going to prevent extra damage and block like this. I doubt they'll have any like Restoration Angel type things. And yeah, I think this is just a little bit better. So, ooh, Thieving Skydiver is nice. So we'll cast Black Lotus. I think I'm just going to start by spinning Urza. Ooh, well, actually, that just gets Glen. But then we can start doing that with Emery, and so they'll be forced to, that can really churn through their Glens quickly. So, Mindslaver down, and now I think I'm just going to play Land, Thieving Skydiver, Seal Mox. I guess we can, oh, no, we can't quite, yeah, we'll just do that. We can't use, we can't spin Emery again and steal their Mox, so do like this. And now the Glens, we were like basically through the Glens actually. Grab your Mox. They just let us do that. That's nice. Now we can either spin Urza or attack with a Construct, but they can just block and then flip the Jace. So attacking with the Construct doesn't do anything. So I'm just going to pass, I think, holding up Mana Drain. I guess there's no reason not to attack with this. They will do this play. Oh, I did not think about that. What is this? Oh, Ponder? Okay. So we can Brain Freeze them for 6? Or no, for 5. That's not worth it, though. I don't think that does enough. I mean, I guess we could have, if we really wanted to, we could Mana Drain the Ponder and then Brain Freeze, and that would take out 18 cards. They chose to not shuffle. Okay. But I think I would still rather just do this. Man, fighting through triple Glen with a Sword of Storm deck is not necessarily an easy feat, but we're doing it. Interesting. They're just taking the 5. Okay. Not flipping the Jace. I mean, I guess at that point it makes sense. Then you can just get the extra loot. Do we want to go for the Mana Drain on this? I mean, no matter what, our Mana Drain is going to get countered, so we might as well just do it earlier rather than later, I think. So I will just do this. So actually the Thieving Skydivers have taken a lot of mana too because of the Tolarian Academy. So they would have had an extra 4 mana. Now they only have a little bit of mana left, and I think Mana Cut helps with that though. And they don't have like a Hull Breacher or a Narset in play. So that can shut down Urza presumably, or Emery. Emery is threatening to just actually kill them here. So they're being pressured from a lot of angles. They do go for the Urza, all right. They can bounce the Emery. They just bounce the Construct. Oh wait, yeah, they still have the Glens actually. So this is honestly not great. I guess we do just trade off here because they can just block with a Glen. I would love to be able to kill their Jace, but that doesn't really work. So I'll just prevent the damage here. They can flashback or Ancestral if they want to. Or just shrink one of my things. Soul Ring. Not really what we wanted to see. Man, them shutting down this hurts. So we'll just go for the Mindslaver, and they'll definitely Glen it, but then they'll be out of Glens. Finally, we got through all 6 of the Glen halves. Now, I think we do just hold the Soul Ring for Brain Freeze, so we should just pass. No point in attacking because our dude is tiny. I guess the Mana Crypt is also somewhat of a thing. I mean, we haven't seen that much in the way of win conditions. If their win condition is like Jace Ultimate, I guess they have Ugin, but that's gone. They can draw a bunch of cards, but they're getting to the point where Brain Freeze could kill them then. As is pretty much always the case in this format, I mean, I'm just afraid of Hull Breacher into Time Twister or something like that, which they could definitely do. Bouncing the Emery, okay. Milling ourselves is becoming a bit of a liability. But if we draw a spell, we can Brain Freeze them for 12 cards. Okay, and if they're Ancestraling, then that could definitely work. And if they do anything really scary in their turn, we can even just Ancestral or Brain Freeze them on their turn with their Storm. The fact that you can Brain Freeze using your opponent's Storm stuff too is really nice. What I really don't want them to do is play a Time Twister because that would shuffle back in all of these Glens, and they would be very likely, they would be very likely to draw at least one. So we'll see what they got. They have access to 5 mana currently. I think we're in a pretty good spot. I'm cautious. Oh, it's 6 mana. I'm cautiously optimistic, so they go for that. Yeah, I mean, we can just Brain Freeze their entire library now. So if we Brain Freeze their library, that means that they can't get anything. I think that's got to be the right line. This exactly takes out their whole library. Because, like, what they could have a Black Lotus or something, and they go get Black Lotus and then play Time Twister. But if we put all their cards into their graveyard, that will no longer work. Not exactly the classic way to Brain Freeze them out, but it gets the job done. There's that Black Lotus. And now they have no library and only 1 mana, so I think that should just be game. All right, sweet. Wow, what a draft. I was not expecting this deck to just cruise like that, but we didn't drop a single game. So 3060, I think that's my first time doing that in this format. Pretty happy about that. This deck was interesting because it could, well, first of all, it just had a lot of power. So that's part of it. I mean, we had 5 Mox and Black Lotus and Soul Ring. So, maybe I wasn't so sick after all. But I do think it had the game plan of just fast thieving skydivers and Hull Breachers with Time Walk and Urza to just beat down, and Shinobi a little bit. Then we had this sort of baby Storm plan of just Mind's Desire, non-lethal Tendrils or Brain Freeze, which is just enough when you're pressuring them in other ways. And then we had the Emery Mindslaver lock also, and then Vampire Tutor to help find that. And yeah, this deck was really good. It was a little bit light on counter magic, and so if we played against really degenerate combo decks, it could have struggled there a bit. But we didn't play against that too much, and we were able to get there. And then we even had a good sideboard plan against aggro if we ever played that, although that is certainly not the most common thing to happen. So really, really happy with that result. That was a lot of fun. I don't know if I can count this as a true Storm win, since we only won from storming off on our own cards, 1 game, I think. But it was pretty sweet. A lot of fun, a lot of stuff going on, and this is yeah, I mean, sort of the essence of this format. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.